going on, everyone? It's Mitch with SC Weather. Hope y'all having a great Wednesday. Here we are. We're about to have a snowstorm for areas of North Carolina tonight. In fact, a lot of North Carolina, parts of Tennessee, Virginia, Kentucky. But we're going to talk mainly about North Carolina and parts of Virginia as we break this down. We're going to break down what the professionals are saying. We're going to break down what all the models are saying right now. Short-range models are almost in all agreement as far as snow. How much snow? There's a little bit of disagreement there. But we're going to break it all down and break this storm down, what we really think is going to happen. I got my call map at the very end of the video. I'm going to talk about my thinking, too, and we're going to throw it all together. So if you guys have not subscribed, this is a great opportunity to do so. I talk weather. I make videos every single day. I talk in weather here on the East Coast, the Southeast, Mid-Atlantic, and obviously being in the Carolinas, events like this excite me, even though it's not snowing in my own backyard, unfortunately. But I also have been doing this new thing this week where I've been, if you got anything that I can pray for y'all about, drop in the comments. If it's unspoken, just say it's unspoken. It gives everybody in the comments an opportunity to pray for you. It's a lot of bad things going on out there, and people have it rough. And we definitely can all help each other out by doing that. So I definitely use this to your advantage. Let other people reach out to you and help you. But let's talk about the weather, because it's probably the biggest reason why you clicked on this video. So let's get going. We're going to talk about what the professionals are saying right now first. So we're going to start off by the National Weather Service in Morehead City. Guys, this is actually the coastal areas of North Carolina. This is impressive. So areas, it's going to be hard to see on your screen, but you can access all of this online. Just go literally type in NWS Morehead City, and if you're in this area, Washington, Greenville, North Carolina, all this area right here, 2 to 3 inches of snow is possible in this whole area. Y'all see it here. Winter weather advisory is almost going all the way to the coast. So very impressive. We flip over here to the National Weather Service in Blacksburg, which covers areas like Mount Airy, Winston-Salem, Greensboro. Y'all all have winter weather advisories. So this is for accumulating snow. You look down here. Let's see if we can get this thing to come up really quick. It's saying the mountains 2 to 6 inches. In the mountainous areas, the south end of this region, a trace to 2 inches. And I think they are being a little bit conservative here. I think there's a chance for more in these areas. So, but we're going to watch this. But the main thing people are probably wanting to check out here is the Raleigh area. And this area has a chance, especially northeast of Raleigh, to really jackpot here. This area just northeast of Raleigh, 1 to 2 inches. They're calling for Raleigh. Durham 1 to 2 inches, and Greensboro 1 to 2. So they kind of cover both areas. National Weather Service and if they're in Virginia, kind of combines it with the National Weather Service in Raleigh with the Winston-Salem, Greensboro area. But a 1 to 2 inches of snow, I mean, I know that don't sound like a lot, but I'm telling you, unlike the last event that occurred a couple weeks ago, this one has a chance to actually overperform, and they're keeping it on the low end. If you look right here, this is a 1 out of 10% chance of the higher end being 8 inches in Durham, 6 inches in Raleigh, and just northeast of Raleigh could really see could see a half a foot of snow. We're going to watch this. This is going to be super interesting to really see what happens. So this is the latest GFS. This is this guidance really doesn't matter because it's kind of more of the operational runs here. But if we go forward to here, this is starting to unfold right now. This isn't something that's going to unfold in a couple of days. This is happening tonight, guys. So this shows a pretty big burst of snow just north of Charlotte. It does not quite make it to Charlotte. So if you got any question about Charlotte, my answer is going to be no for snow. But it's not impossible. There's a chance it could happen. But I think right when this heavy rain switches to snow, areas north of Charlotte, I'm talking about Winston-Salem, Greensboro, basically right when the rain goes to snow, that's when you have the biggest opportunity to see the heaviest snow. After that, it kind of turns to light snow. But we go here, the snow on the GFS is going all the way to the coastal areas of North Carolina. This is a very impressive storm, and it's happening at a very, very impressive time, which is in the middle of the night into the morning hours tomorrow, which is the coldest times of the day, obviously. So if this was happening during the day, it would not be very good because it would be rain probably. There'd be a little snow still, but definitely not as much. You look at the GFS snowfall totals here, still very bullish. They're not quite as aggressive as they were a little earlier. And I will say one thing, the models have ticked a little north today overall. So areas in Virginia, into southern areas of Virginia, y'all really have a chance here that might be trending, and might trend more north as the storm pulls through. So Virginia, you guys, let's see, Richmond, it's going to come close. Roanoke for sure. Any areas in between right here, I don't have all the cities memorized in here. Danville, there's a couple other areas, plenty of towns right here in this area in southern Virginia. Y'all have a chance here. Obviously, you see Raleigh right here, but just northeast of town, there's going to be a jackpot area right here, and there's a potential jackpot area just flat out east of Raleigh. The snow is actually trending not just north, but a little bit northeast. Weird trends, weird storms. So I want to show you this here. Basically, where you see the lines tightening up here. So as this storm gets cranking up, there's going to be an opportunity for just rain to switch to heavy snow, and right when that change happens, I'm talking about there's going to be some gigantic flakes. So if you're wanting to see snow, stay up tonight, because this is going to be a quick hitter. It's going to move through all during the night. And by the time you wake up, certain areas in the Triangle and Triad of North Carolina and Virginia are going to be waking up to a winter wonderland. But you're wondering, when did it snow? Well, if you want to see it snowing, you're going to have to stay up late, guys. And there's only going to be a several hour window, maybe depending on where you are, 4 to 6 hours of just heavy, wet snow that's going to add up quick. Now, it's been warm lately, so you look at these totals I just showed you. I would say cut them in about 1/3. So, 5 inches here, I would say maybe 3 inches. So if you see a 6 inches, maybe 3 to 4 inches. So don't take that so literal. Don't take any of this so literal. It's only model guidance here, but this is all we have to look at. So here is the NAM. The NAM I talked about last night. It just was not on board with this. It was the driest model. It was the model that lacked the least amount of snow. Well, and now it's definitely aggressive. Here it comes, a heavy push of rain as we get just before midnight. It switches very quickly to snow. Some models for you guys in, say, Winston-Salem, Statesville, this area, Clemens, some models are hinting that the changeover or the moisture gets out before the changeover can occur. So there's a chance in this area, and I'll show this in my map that I made, that there might be a bust potential here, because you're going to need it to happen fast. Out in the Raleigh, I think there's a bigger chance, but check it out here as we get into the overnight hours. This is a band of heavy snow developing here as we get into the wee hours of the night, as we get into 1, 2, or 3 o'clock in the morning, and then it gets all the way to the coast. Heavy snow getting all the way to the coast here, just about. It might snow all the way in the Outer Banks before this is said and done, but this is about 7 a.m. The snow's starting to exit the state. So as the sun's coming up, a lot of areas in here are going to wake up to a winter wonderland. So you look at the NAM. The NAM goes crazy, but see, Raleigh's right in here. Let me see where that Wake County is. Right in here. So just northeast of town is going to have a chance to get a lot of snow. Not a foot of snow like this is showing. Granted, this is 10-to-1 ratio. We're not going to get snowfall at 10-to-1 ratio. We're going to get heavy cement-like snow falling very fast and hard at about 35 degrees. You're going to need some heavy, heavy snowfall, which I think we will see, to really cool down the ground and to basically whiten the ground very fast, and especially on the roads. The rain is going to wash all the salt. Because there's going to be rain first, and once it washes all the salt, it's going to help the snow to stick on the roads, but the roads are still going to be warm. It's been very warm the last couple days. Not everywhere, actually. Areas that y'all got wedged in a couple days ago here in the Triangle. So hasn't been super warm, but it's definitely been kind of warmer, especially today. So you notice this stout cutoff up here. It's because the low pressure gets up here. It starts throwing some more moisture here, but there's a transition here. So this is what I'm talking about. Winston-Salem. Right in this area, y'all might you might have to just drive east if you really want to see snow. So watching this, the HRRR model here, we're in range now where every model run basically shows us the entire duration of the storm. But here you go. This is some heavy precipitation falling. So once this turns to snow, and sure enough here, this time frame to this time frame, all of a sudden this whole area is snow right here. So this is some heavy rain switching to heavy wet snow just north of Raleigh, and then the column collapses, and then you get heavy snow in Raleigh. And look at this band of heavy precipitation right here. If this is snow, I mean, you might get 1 to 2 inch hour per rates of snowfall. And look at this area just northeast of Raleigh. I know I've said it 100 times, but you guys are going to have a jackpot area. I'm going to show it in my map here in a second if y'all have managed to make it this long in the video. But the HRRR model does a good job of showing this storm. And if this is the verify, this is going to be a nice event for you guys. I don't think this is going to be a dangerous event. I think it's going to be a pretty snowfall. It's just going to happen all overnight. So here's the snowfall totals. Remember, this is 10 to 1. So cut this in almost in half. 5 inches around Raleigh, cut it down to about 2 to 3. 2 to 3 inches of snow in Raleigh, that's a big deal. I mean, considering the fact that this storm was a no-go 2 days ago. But check it out, just east and northeast of Raleigh. That's almost a half a foot of snow showing up with this, but then again, cut the totals. So I want to show you this. This is probably a little harder to understand, but this is basically liquid precipitation. So this is how much precipitation is going to fall in the storm. This is a huge chunk of area, according to the HRRR model, of almost an inch of liquid precipitation. I'd say half of this falls, or half to 3/4 of this falls in the form of snow in some areas, and you get maybe, I don't know, 6 to 1, 5 to 1 snowfall ratios. That adds up to a few inches of snow in this area. So now, if you had much colder air, this would be a pretty big time snowstorm. But who knows? This could really turn out to be much bigger. But this is the European model. This doesn't mean much now, but it's still holding serve to that same area. And now I want to show you my map. And this is what you saw probably on the thumbnail. This is basically my map highlighting the area of risk. This is an area to watch because I think right here could really potentially overperform here. So we're going to watch this area and see what happens here. But this is going to be a very interesting event. Purple area 3 to 6 inches. I have 2 to 4 inches going just north of Greensboro and Raleigh, and a 1 to 3 inch pretty much in Raleigh. Raleigh, you still might see 1 to 2 to 3 inches of snow. Charlotte, you guys, I'm sorry, this is not y'all's storm. And Winston-Salem, maybe an inch or 2. So it's moving in. The storm's moving in. I can show you all radar imagery here. This is basically the storm starting to move in. The moisture's moving into North Carolina. We already got some reports of snow up here in Kentucky, and even back in Nashville, actually had some fat flakes falling earlier today. So storm's moving in. Y'all enjoy it, and I'll have an update about the next storm tomorrow night. Y'all have a great night and stay safe out there.